on. I'm not a professional today at all. What? Happy Monday. Welcome, friends. Friend. Oh, and Aviel. Well, thank you for the lurk. We'll be here, hopefully, when you come back. Deciding on theme, among other things, hopefully. I did have some questions for the chat and what they want to see this week, considering Creeptober is nearly over. So, oh man, looks like we lost a subscriber. I'm gonna have to reset the thing again. It's always something, isn't it? Oh well. So, let us start over. Happy Monday, friends. Welcome back to the Arts Department. I'm Autumn Rain Turkel. I'm your host, and this is Creeptober Continued. Yeah. Let's do some sketching and doodles and stuff like that. So, does anybody want to talk about their weekends? Is anybody here to talk about their weekends? And Alviel's probably not here. But my weekend was good. Did the things. Did a photo shoot. Got more reference materials, which is nice. Hello, Corpse. Welcome back. Nice to see you. And then, so yeah, I did a photo shoot, and then I got to play some games with the subs on Sunday for Super Secret Sub Sunday stream. Actually, just on Discord, but it was fun as hell. Had a blast. I love these people. Good people all around. Cannot complain about my awesome community. Our awesome community. And then oddly enough, woke up this morning and was getting ready for work, and there was a knock at the door, and the UPS guy showed up with my awesome prop, which we do like to murder our friends in game. It needs to be very clear, in game. Yeah, so this was the awesome prop that he showed up with. Right? Pretty dang cool. Sadly, he didn't show up before I did the photo shoot, because the model sure could have used it. She needed a prop. But I've got one now, so the next photo shoot will have awesome sword, which I'm very much looking forward to shooting with. It's heavy though. I'm like, hey, could you just hold that for like another minute while I get these photos? Just like shaking. Where'd I put it? There it is. Yeah, it's pretty cool, right? It was like $80. And I figure $80 that's good to have like a real prop, because that first photo set that I had done, the like Frazetta inspired one, the model brought her own sword prop, and I was trying to show her how to pose, and I like put it onto the ground, and I put too much weight on it, and it bent the front of it because it was just like a foam sword. And then I felt bad. I was like, well, she brought her prop, and then I ruined her prop. I'm like, well, that's stupid. So figure from here on out, I'll just provide the props, and that way if we break them, I'm responsible and I don't feel bad. I'm like, it's just a thing. Break it. Fuck it. Let's see. Should we spin the wheel and do a doodle? I do have kind of a thing in mind that I wanted to do, but we'll see. Maybe the wheel will line up with it. I think that might be kind of cool. Wheel? Wheel? No? Wheel? There it is. Oh, goodness. What happened? Here, let's see if we can fix that. There we go. Skulls. Not that creepy, but hey, skulls are always good, right? Holding your face up. We like skulls around here. So, started using the new Photoshop today because they introduced a brush search function, which I have wanted literally since I started using it. That sounds like a lot of work, of course. And if there's one thing I don't want to do right now, it's work. Is there a skull brush? Do I have a skull brush? I don't have a skull brush. That's too bad. Because then I could just, like, stamp them in there. So, yeah, search function. Way cool. Like, I can be like, oh, I want my chalk brush. And it'll show all of the chalk brushes. Right? So dope. Miss Von Trike, welcome back to the arts department. Nice to have you here. We just spun the wheel, and it was skulls. 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 Which is very common for artists to do. So the question is, how do you make skulls creepy? Right? I mean, apparently the catacombs in France have a ton of skulls, and that in and of itself is somewhat creepy, right? So a lot of skulls is creepy. Like Corpse just said, a pile of skulls. A mountain of skulls, she said, as a matter of fact. And I don't disagree with that. I only disagree with the aspect, the thought of drawing each skull individually. Yeah, I want to visit those too, Miss Von Drake. I think that'd be really fun. But I do need to kind of break. Whoa, hello, white brush. I do need to kind of break away from the work drawing that I was doing. I did have this kind of interesting, this kind of vision in my head of something that I wanted to do, that had to do with like a snowy forest kind of thing. And like in my head there was all these, because I was doing something, I was doing a sketch today that had trees in it, and then I started thinking about like how would you make that creepy, because what I was doing it for was not anything creepy. So I started thinking about that and had this kind of vision of this thing. Absolutely, right? It's that, like, all depends on how you treat them though, right? I'm getting ahead of myself, but if you've got that like glow, that's why I like the old, like, where it's when it's shaded down. Whoops. Here, let's actually get a brush where I can shade it down, where it's not tapered. We'll go to middle. So when it's shaded down, and you can actually show the glow kind of coming out of the eyes. And now you know how sketching goes at my work. It's just like, bam, hurry up and sketch a thing. Okay, do the thing. Do it fast. Okay. So like having this glow where it kind of tapers off, but I always like having that, like, that glow that comes out of the sockets as if it has some like as if it was a candle and the smoke is lighting up as it's leaving the sockets, right? I don't know why. It's just one of my iconographic kind of things in my head for glows. But that's why the skulls on the icons for the channel have little glowing eyes. Because y'all deserve spooky glowing eyes for the arts department. Honestly, because I started with a little A, and it didn't feel ostentatious, it just felt boring, right? And I wanted to find something that was a little more interesting to entice people to come and sub and be a part of the community. Let's get really wacky with the skull. Wow, that was fast. Hello, Enough Wheel. Welcome back. We missed you last night. I mean, like, we swung and missed because you weren't there. I think I'm cursed to do cute shit. Like, my brain's just like, do it like this, and then I do it. Like, you know, I just find shapes and then do them, and then invariably there's like a weird cuteness to them, even when they're dark things. Yeah, and I will. But hey, welcome back, Rick. Nice to see you, buddy. I really think you would have had a blast with us last night. We've been having a hell of a lot of fun playing Among Us. That is a good question now that there are people here. How was everybody's weekend? Discuss amongst thine selves. Yes, that is very valid. I actually woke up this morning feeling quite crappy. So I understand, and I feel you. But probably a different thing entirely. For me, I think it was the Santa Ana winds coming in and like shifting all of the pollen and everything from the desert here. And I just woke up like, blech. And then promptly forgot to take my caffeine pills and was like, blarg, I feel weird all day. But now I'm arting, and I feel better. Oh, Samurai. Welcome back, and you got to do your dream job. That's amazing. Hello, opinion. I'm still stuck on this bus thing, and I'm trying to figure out if Samurai is like pulling some shit right now. But congratulations, Samurai, and hello, official opinion. Good to have you back in the stream, buddy. Sorry you slept through snow. I figure like the first snow, everybody wants to be awake for it and looking at the window, right? Samurai, it's good that you only hit one person as long as it was just yourself. Like, got out of the bus and like, good. See, I feel sorry for you, Miss Von Drake, but at the same time not, because from what I understand, being a parent has its perks too. So, mainly when you're old, you'll have somebody to take care of you, which I will not. I'll just drop dead at some point. On other positive notes. I mean, they call them terrible twos for a reason, right? Because they're terrible. Terrible's what it is. No, I rolled the wheel of creep. Hello. Hello, Battle Goose. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Nice to see you again, my friend. And we're sorry that you missed it too. Hey, you know, it's okay. There will be more, from what I understand. I don't think that game is going anywhere. They like it enough that they're going to continue developing it. So I spun the Wheel of Creep, and the Wheel of Creep said skulls. So I'm doing a couple of skull sketches, but then I have kind of got a thing kind of itching at my brain. For something to do with snow, like I was saying earlier. Some kind of creepy snow image. But then I was also, I do recall that, hey, that's fair, Goose, for sure. I've actually been pushing kind of like later and later on my weekends, so I'm missing out on some of my writings in the morning, so I'm trying to figure out my whole sleep stuff too, so that I can fit in all the projects and everything, as well as spend time with you guys and you know, enjoy life, because I feel like this brings me great enjoyment, being here doing this. Like, I would stream all the time if I could, but I cannot, so I have to balance all my other stuff with it, right? The worst kisses ever. But we have been missing the Battle Goose and the Angry Dog Mommy. But we know you'll come back when you're ready. When you got the energy for it. So yeah, I was gonna say, I do recall that I had said we were gonna get into some pixel art, right? So doing some pixel art stuff, and I was wondering, should we wait until November and do some pixel stuff then, considering it's right around the corner, a couple more streams, or would you want to see something during this Creeptober event? I feel like this lighting got all wonky from the photo shoot. What happened? What happened? Oh, it's set way over in the orange. Hell yeah, pixel art. That's 1 vote for pixel art. So, well, I guess that's 2. That's 1.5 votes for pixel art. Seems like. Oh man, I once again did not post anywhere that I was going live. I am horrible with this. Absolutely terrible. How do we grow without advertising? How do you advertise without growth? And I know these skulls are rather strange looking, but I'm just trying to do some different things. Some different things. But if I was gonna do this idea that was in my head, it would probably be this kind of landscapey thing. Kind of iconography, right? So get some like trees and stuff like that. I mean, ultimately I could probably do this in pixel art too, right? So let's say the horizon line's about there. Can you even see that? There? Yeah, there we go. Okay. So, and then I don't want to twin anything, meaning I don't want to flip the trees. I want it to all be kind of natural, organic looking, right? In the foreground there, and then maybe like a rock or something there, so that it's not just trees. So the payoff is coming, I promise. There's a payoff to this whole thing. The payoff, on some level, was that it's going to be easy to execute this in one stream. But then it's also going to have, it's, you know, kind of like the ghost one that I did. Where there's like some creepy element to it, but it's quickly put together kind of vibe. But that doesn't make it any less artistically valid, one would say. I'm thinking like kind of a dead pine forest. Like, I don't know how many of you watched Band of Brothers, but there's like that last battle. Is it the Battle of the Bulge? Was that the one? Where it was like wintertime, right? They were all in their foxholes and everything. And the trees were, they're just these long straight trees. Not all twisty and stuff. So it's gonna have kind of that vibe as far as the trees go. Might actually make for an interesting pixel thing. but I think I might want to attempt it as a paint thing first and see how it works. See, because good artists will do that. They'll do something multiple times, which should clue you in, because I rarely do that. So I have trees going off into the background here, and they top out up there, give you an idea about what they look like, right? So we're just ever so slightly above the horizon line. Get a little bit of it happening back here. So you get the tops of the trees and then the sky behind it. But a lot of little like branches kind of crisscrossing to create kind of a darker shape in there. Because that's what happens. It's the happenings. One a little more in the foreground. I think we're getting there. Ooh, a couple of stones and rocks, just to break up that forest floor a little bit. Hi, Angry Dog Mommy. Welcome back to the arts department. Nice to see ya. Good to have you here again. How was your weekend? Apparently, Twitch is not very friendly on the mobile app side. I haven't ever actually used it. I might have to if I ever end up going on like vacation or anything like that, right? Because, you know, gotta hang out with friends. Gotta, like, stay connected. God forbid we switch off the computers. Sorry, folks, give me just a second here. Every time I've heard about the mobile app, it's never been a good thing, quite honestly. So I can't say that I have a whole lot of what's the word I'm looking for? Faith in it. So, since we're supposed to be doing skulls, what if I put a skull on this guy? So this is kind of somewhere between what we're supposed to be doing for the theme and what I saw in my head. Wait, they charge more on the mobile side, Mrs. Von Drake? Oh, I know why. Because if it's Apple, they take a 30% cut, and if it's Google, they take a certain percent cut. So they have to charge more, otherwise they're cutting into their bottom line. Totally makes sense. Monetarily makes sense. What a fucking bummer, though, right? All around. Everyone misses out when that happens, right? Because, like you just said, you don't do any transactions there. So, like, that whole fee is preventing you from supporting a streamer who you really like, right? And I'm sure that's totally common. I mean, look at Cammy. Cammy doesn't want to use her card, doesn't want to do bits and all that, so she doesn't really have options, right? New Photoshop. What's that all about? So we're just gonna pepper a bunch of like wraithy dudes in here. Like an army of the dead kind of thing. A little kind of Game of Thronesy, right? Used to have one back in the day. Back in the day I had hair halfway down my back and then like shaved on the other side. Because, yeah, why not? I think Inalvio might remember me like that, actually. Unless she's forgotten at this point. Yeah. See, that was just me making sure that you were paying attention. With hair halfway down my back and the sides shaved on either side. What if we put one big dude over here? Yeah, I didn't think you would. Should see if I can find a funny photo of me. No, I've got one around here somewhere. So we'll put glowing eyes on each one of these dudes that are like wraithing around when we get to the final. Which shouldn't be too long in the making, I don't think. Because it's all about shapes. So once we smash the shapes into place, it'll move pretty quick. Oh, that's what else I did this weekend. I actually finished the next video. But I've been holding on to it because I want to kind of social experiment and try and launch it on Thursday, I think. to see if it gets more views than my previous video, just to see about timing, right? To see if there's something to a timing release or timed release, or finding a day when art and education videos do a little bit better. So, experimenting. But it's finished now. Should probably just get it out there, right? But, I mean, I'm small enough to play around and find out, I think. There. Dead guys, don't be sad. Alright, I think that's a thing. Dead March. Why not? Wow, 600 resolution? How's that? Yeah? Yeah. Oh, no, let's get the lines. Just the lines. Just the lines, thank you. Line them up. Knock them down. Yay! So, I'm going to select all, and then we're going to edit, crop, because that clears off everything on the outside, because otherwise that stuff stays in your image and it makes it big, meaning file size wise. So crop, and now get rid of that. Whoop. It's actually kind of stupid how excited about the brush search I am. The new Photoshop has this brush search thing, and I can put in what I'm looking for and it'll find it, which is dope. Been waiting forever. Okay, image size. So now we're gonna make it bigger, because I was talking to Corpse today about sizing for printing and stuff, right? So you can, early on, you can take an image and you can resize it, and it's gonna take whatever's there and it's gonna blow it out. I can show you by, if you look at these images, you can actually see like pixels and stuff like that, right? So if I take this and I blow it up, I go image size and look at the pixels, and I told you that you do, if you wanted to print it, you would do 8,000 along the long edge. So put 8,000 there, and you say okay, and now you can see the pixels, but they're artificial, meaning when it blew it up, it sampled all the stuff around it and looked at what that pixel data was, and then tried to interpolate what it was going to be. I may have done the wrong blow up. So here, we'll undo it. And if I go image size, yeah, see I use sharper right here. If you're blowing it up, generally you want to use preserve details or preserve details 2. And then when you do it, you can blow it up and it'll make it a little bit more sharp. I usually reduce the noise a little bit so it doesn't have artifacting. I'm just explaining if you want to print something about pixel depths, Poshman. So now, if you look, so if I'm using the same brush that I was just using, you can see the difference in the line quality there, right? See how this is all blurry? I didn't change my brush at all. I just blew the image up. You can also see that it's a lot smaller because there's a lot more pixels now. So it's okay to blow up an image early on in the process, because then you can go back in. Oh, hey, Poshman, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the arts department. Happy to have you. You can pop over to the Discord, join on up, and we continue our discussions there. Quite frequently, really random, but you know, it's all good. And now that you have, since you followed, you can go down and set up your own stream avatar so you can run around and bomb people. Yeah, or hug them. You know, we like hugs too. So like I was saying, early on in the process, you can blow it up. I mean, even if you had already painted some stuff, but you weren't like near your finish. And what it's gonna do is it's gonna blur some of that stuff anyway, right? So I could have painted on this, done like one round of like painting, then blown it up, and that'll blur some stuff, and then I can come back in and do some more sharpening and cleaning up and that sort of thing as I move towards the finish that I'm gonna print. And I may even, yes, new friend, Poshman. Poshmam, sorry. I may even blow it up a little bit more once I get further along into the process, if I decide that it's something that I want to print further. Yeah, like larger. Like, let's say I wanted to print poster size. Like at 8,000, I can probably do it like 16 by 20, which roughly about that big, right? But if I wanted to do it like full poster size, I would have to make it a little bit bigger, probably like 12,000 pixels. Martest, welcome, my friend. Yeah, so that being said, I'm gonna take this, and we've got our proportion for the most part, and I want to just like do some different things, right? So this is going to be a little bit more, I think, shape oriented in how we're doing it. So I'm going to drop in just a gradient that's going to be our sky in the background, and it's going to be linear, which is this one right here. And oh, hey, what? Should be getting darker than that. Let's take this and lighten up the light side and see if we get a better transition. Yeah, that'll do. But it's going the wrong way. So undo it, flip the colors by either hitting X or... There you go. That's a nice transition, right? Yeah. Man, you can barely see that on the stream. That's weird. Corpse, especially for printing, right? Because depending on your printer, you look at like how many dots per inch your printer is going to do, and usually it doesn't really matter so much as you just want to make sure you have enough pixels for it to reproduce it without being blurry, right? So that's why I told you today, if you're doing an 8.5 by 11, start at about 6,000 pixels. You can't go wrong with that at that size. Oh man, I'm dumb. That's why I was on the wrong layer when I was doing that. I was on the sketch layer, so now this is gonna be super dark. All right, so I'm gonna flip this because we're gonna flip it vertically, and then I'm gonna transform it off the page a little bit and get the gradient that I want, which I think is about there. I'm gonna select all, image, crop. Do I need to? You do need to size up. The print was all right, but not satisfactory. Okay, so Corpse, what you can do is you can take what you have. If you're in Photoshop, take what you have. Do you have Photoshop? Okay, so in Photoshop, step 1, take all of your layers that you have that compose the art, make a group out of them by doing either new group down here or by holding Controller Command G, and that's going to group all of the layers that you have selected, right? So you Here, I'll undo that. So you click on one layer, you hold shift, you click on the last layer of all the art that you want to make larger. Controller Command G will get you group, and then you go, first and foremost, go convert to smart object. And what that's gonna do is it's gonna make it editable and keep it also so that you can go into that smart object and edit further, but it's going to apply everything to all of the layers in that group. So then you go image size, go to your resolution, go to pixels, and make it, oh gosh, you said yours was 2400 by something, so it was screen size, right? So for you, definitely make it like 6000. But so if I was gonna do that, I would be bumping this up to like, let's say 400 DPI, and that's just gonna give it more pixels. Yeah, so make the 3500 6000, right? And then say, okay, wait for it to do its work. Make sure that you have it on preserve details, right? So it's taking everything that's there and trying to blow it up. So I just did it again. I took the image and I blew it up. So then on the smart object, on that layer, go to filter, sharpen, unsharpen mask. And this is where you have to kind of strike a balance between what looks, you have to use your kind of visual sense to set something that doesn't look too sharp, because when you do it, it'll start to get really weird. Like if you look at some of this stuff, it's way too sharp. So find a fine line in there where it's sharpened up everything in the art, but not so much that it's gonna look weird. And then hit OK, and it'll process it, and you'll see over here that it has an unsharpened mask on there now. And you can, if Photoshop is attached to the computer you're printing from, print a test on it and see what it looks like. And then if that doesn't work, go back into the unsharpened mask and adjust it some more. Right? So you do that by double clicking on the smart filter, on the smart filter for the unsharpened mask. And then you can crank it up even further. There's going to be a limit to what that is going to do for you though, as far as printing. Meaning, there's only so much that Photoshop can do on the back end to make it look good when you blow up an image. Because what's happening is Photoshop takes this image, right, and it's got all this information, and then when you blow it up, it takes all this information, blows it up, and tries to interpolate and add pixels in. And so when it adds in pixels, you get artifacting. And that artifacting is what's causing it to blur and look weird. So going in and sharpening it will sometimes bring that artifacting into further contrast. So that's where that visual kind of test of yourself and what you think looks good is going to come in. So I hope that was helpful. I'm going to go back into my history and go back to where we were. Group layers, new layer, fill opacity change. There we go. And history can go away. I hope that helps. And good luck. Let me know how it turned out. And let us see on the Discord. You know the drill. Share your work. Share your successes and share your failures, because they're only going to help you to grow. So, let's get some... Oh, and welcome in, Angry Dog Mommy, finally. God damn. God damn. Actually, maybe I'll just paint some of this stuff in. Because painting, right? Painting is good. Yeah, let's do painting. Damn it. Oh, yes. Okay, select that. And yeah, there it is. There it is. Paint. Oh, 100% opacity. No airbrush. Airbrush. Pardon me. Right, this because I'm going so flat with it, Goose, that's why I said I could probably even do this in pixel art. But I want to paint it first because I kind of want to get it to read and work in a way that I'm excited about, you know? Like, I feel like there's really subtle modulation that I'm not going to be able to do in pixel art. So it would just, like, it would fly right by with pixel art. Be done with this in, like, less than an hour. You know, we didn't really answer the conversation about the pixel art, my friend. Maybe we can play that one by ear and see what it looks like over the next couple of days, what the themes are, and if all of a sudden I'm super inspired to do something pixel arty. Which may very well happen because I've been kind of chomping at the bit for it. So if it's if I don't do it this week, then probably like first thing next month I'll get into some pixel art. It's nice to do different things, right? The wheel was skulls. So there's skulls on these little guys. Because I'm a cheater. Apparently. I know, right? Where's the time go? Apparently to 60 kajillion projects. I gotta level with you guys. Yesterday, or the photo shoot yesterday was, yeah, that was yesterday, right? It was kind of hard. It was very challenging. I think it goes back on me because I'm trying to get some poses and stuff that models aren't used to. Like many models, even seasoned models aren't used to, like, to having somebody say to them, do something naturalistic, do something that's not super twisty model poses and stuff. So it throws them off when I'm like, okay, so just do some casual stuff, and then they're like, they don't know what to do, right? So they have to think for a second, and then they just kind of stand there awkwardly as if they've never done it, even though they've been doing this stuff for 10, 15 years. So I had to actually have a long conversation with, yay, Corpse, birthday coming up. 8 days. What? I had to have a long conversation with the model about it, and it's interesting because it kind of, I was able to kind of get into her head about modeling as a whole and like the pressures of it and everything, right? And it was interesting to me because, you know, I'm pretty hard on myself as far as producing art. And there will be moments when I get super frustrated on my job, right? And that's because I feel like I'm not performing, and she was super frustrated yesterday. And she explained it to me, and I was like, oh, well, no, I totally get it. Don't worry about it. Like, yeah, I threw something at you that you were completely unprepared for, and it made you feel like an amateur when you're not an amateur. You're a professional. I've seen your port, and I know, tons and tons of beautiful images and everything, so you obviously know what you're doing. But I gave you something that you weren't prepared for. I should have prepared you better, so that falls back on me. But that being said, I've been in that situation where something came down the pipe where I was doing art. I use hot lights, Goose. I was doing art, expected to do art that I was unprepared for, and it threw me for the same kind of loop. And it really, I was like, oh well, yeah, I experienced the same emotions as that. I get that, 100%. So don't worry about it. So we took some moments and just hung out and relaxed and talked some more, and had to work through the expectations of the shoot and everything, and she got it. But when I think back, each one of the models that I've hired for this project has the same reaction, where it takes a second to more than a second to figure out what it is that I'm asking for, because I'm looking for things that are going to be useful in a casual sense, because too often there's just so much reference that's these crazy model tweaked out poses, I'm like, I don't need that. I can't use that in my day-to-day life. So then I asked her to do action stuff, and she was like, I don't watch action movies. I don't read comic books. I don't play video games. I was like, well, that's out the door. So it was interesting. We did end up with some really cool stuff, though. So I'm, paid her for her time, and she will probably be back, because she was like, I am gonna go home and I'm gonna study this shit and I'm gonna come back prepared. Now, mommy, come on. She's not boring. She just is in a different media realm than we are. Yeah, she's not somebody that I could have been like, this artist, do this kind of pose, right? I'm okay with that. It takes all sorts of people, right? And when I gave her free reign, and I was like, look, don't worry about it. Just do what feels good to you, what feels natural, and we'll find the middle ground in there. And she did some great stuff. So I think she was just nervous because she felt like she was failing, and I had to be like, nope, you're not failing. There's no such thing with regards to this. We're gonna find images. I'll use them in one regard or another. So it's, and also you got to think of it on the level of COVID going on and everything. She hasn't been booking as much, right? Because none of us have been cool with human contact, and so I'm sure that she was just off of her game a little bit, and then I threw her off even further, and then I felt like a jerk. Yeah, I spent the morning bleaching this house just to make sure, and then after she left, I bleached all the surfaces again just to make sure, because that's the kind of freak I am. Yeah. Oh. Well, one, nasty. Two, why were you at Walmart? It's like hand you coronavirus and you walk in the door. Here's your coronavirus. Have a nice day. I mean, I would have done that outside of coronavirus anyway, right? Pandemic or not, that's like, wow. Really? You're a twat. I gotta say, people, the sense of freedom that people feel within Dungeons and Dragons cracks me up. Like, can I do the thing? I'm gonna do this thing. It's like, it's great. Absolutely great. I just love it. That's what I'll do. I'm gonna do all of the straights first, all these straight trees, and then after I get the guys locked in, I'll decide where to have a couple of trees to help me kind of move through the composition a little bit more. It's sometimes you work out all of the compositional elements beforehand, and sometimes you just have to kind of let them come together, right? Oh God. It works so well, it's just not even funny. I mean, it's funny, but wow. Very, very morbid. Indeed. Oh, that's a tree in front. That's not the right placement for that. Beep. That's it for that playlist. Let's change it up, my friends. Twitch stream upbeat, ambient, rock and blues, post-rock, classical and epic, or lo-fi, hip-hop, down-tempo stuff. First one to calls it, gets it. Oh, looks like it's lo-fi. All right. Let me find lo-fi. Hello, lo-fi. Can you come back? Where'd you go? Okay. See if I can find which one is the lo-fi. Hopefully this is it. Is this it? No. That is not lo-fi at all. Stop. Stop. Oh. Is that a little better? Yeah, that was definitely the opposite of lo-fi. Jesus. Oh, see? This is frustrating because it doesn't break up the stream beat stuff by genre on YouTube Music. Like, I'd have to go into Spotify and do it. So we're just gonna go with this. So hopefully this is lo-fi enough. Is that better, friends? Chilling on the chill tip. little better, right? Oh, that's in the front, not the mid-ground. So we're gonna pull this little bad boy out and make sure that he goes to the appropriate layer, because all of this is gonna come together very nicely at the very end. Very end. This guy needs to be a little bit darker. So what I'm gonna do is, this is a quick way to darken something. Add another layer, link it to the layer. Why is that so small? Here. Sorry. Panel options. Bigger, please. Biggest, please. Boom. So add another layer on top of the layer you want to darken. Take the color, make it a little bit darker. Do a drop fill into it of the darker color. It links to that layer. Then you shift, select, controller command E, and it merges them together, and you now have a darker layer of whatever was on the layer you linked to. And you are free to paint on that layer to your heart's content. Was that fast enough for you? Like, slow down, asshole. What? There should be no transparency there. It should be 100% opaque. Opaque. We're gonna need another layer for this. So we're gonna ever so slightly darker. Lighter, lighter. Man, my brain. My brain. Martest, the quiet one. Gotta watch out for that guy. He was all like quiet in Among Us last night and then just ganked everybody in like seconds. Oof. Brutal. So, I was reading and somebody, so I'm calling what we were playing the killer round, right? But somebody else called it hide and seek. And I'm partial to calling it hide and slaughter, right? Oh, everybody was the killer. Everybody except Diego. Diego didn't get to be the killer. Because fuck that guy. Kidding, Diego, if you're here. That was a joke. That's okay. Everybody's old sometimes. You gotta do you. There's the inker that I'm looking for. This is the brush that you're looking for. There you go. There's those nice crisp edges I want. Yes. Oh goodness. Hey, we missed our battle royale. We were so busy with the playlist. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it, friends. The fuck? Let's do this. Okay. Okay. Pause. Okay. Okay. Play. Okay. So many things to take care of. I need to make a macro for this. Nice day for a battle royale. In drops Corpse Bothering, Battle Goose, and Offwheel, Martest, Art, Miss Von Drake, Daniel Anderman, Angry Dog Mommy, and Rick. Go! And they split off into 4 teams. Everyone just punching each other in the faces. And there's no clear winner. Oh, they're bunching up on the sides. And Ovwheel goes for the Band-Aid. She may be the winner. Landerman makes a break for the wall. Only so he can stab Martest in the back. And there goes Martest. And then it's Landerman against Goose. And there goes Angry Dog Mommy or someone that I didn't see. Battle Goose takes out Landerman. Art will bring down the hammer of retribution on Goose. I shall avenge thee. And he takes out Battle Goose. And Ovwheel and Corpse Bothering battling it out in the center. Corpse and Art. And Art is the winner. Yes! I am the wiener. I will take my bow. Wonderful game, everybody. Thanks for playing. Super rigged. I mean, hey, RNG can't be in your favor all the time, Mommy. Bring back basketball. Yeah, if I could figure out how to get it to work right, I would. Oh, you know what? There was one thing that I wanted to do. Was it here? Let's leave this up. And is it? I think it's this. Right? Prepare yourselves, friends. Wait, what? Join. Type in join quickly before the 40 seconds is up. Join warrior? Join? Join warrior. Join space warrior. Join warrior. Oh, or mage, apparently. I don't even know the damn game. Other people apparently. Yay! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And the boss battle begins. Oh. Here we go. Let's do this. What do I type? Oh. That's kind of cool. It's totally an RPG. I love it. NPC bots going down. Pew. Angry Dog Mommy is up. Oh, she got toasted. I got toasted. Oh no. And I'm on fire. Mortal Strike. Oh, I only get one? I guess I'm too slow. Goose is up. And Goose is gonna hit him with a something. Demoralize. Oh man, I'm still taking damage from that fire. That was just brutal. NPC bot going down. We are totally lit. What? What was that? Is that a shield? Oh, thanks, NPC bot. Oh, that was Goose, not me. Alright. Fine, NPC bot. Didn't want to win anyway. Oh, we are totally on fire. I'm so going down. I'ma die. I'ma die. I'ma die. I'ma die. This is new and different. What a wonderful way to spend a Monday. We do need more priests. Hey, thank you, NPC bot 2. You got this, angry dog mommy. Take him out. Pew. Did it work? I think you can only do what you see there. I've heard of those, actually. It's looking like you only get one thing per turn. Come on, do it. Oh, okay, so you have to be up and standing there. Now you can put it in. I see. Mortal Strike. Boom. Oh man. I'm gonna have to take away some boss hit points or something. 6-hour boss battle. It's like World of Warcraft all over again. Right? Come on, NBC bot. Stop the fire on us. That's your job. You have one job. Heal. Turn around and heal. There you go. Hey, at least Angry Dog Mommy can take out the boss. Oh, I'm on fire. Not in a good way. Pew! We've got him. We're gonna make it happen, my friends. It's a matter of time. We've got the will. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe not. That was harsh. That was like crit right there, right? Alright, Goose and Angry Dog Mommy and Anavil. You guys got this. Bot, heal. Don't be a dumb bot. Oh, what's that? Oh. Damn. Okay, so this boss is no joke, my friends. We're gonna have to get the whole team in on this at some point. Because wow. Oh, looks like Goose is going to be the last Goose standing. Oh, nice hit. Got a crit on that one. Yeah, you know, I just kind of sprung it on everybody. Next time I'll do it as like a planned thing. There'll be a boss battle at the end of the evening or whenever we're at the height of our viewership. You got this, Goose. Don't let him hurt ya. Nice. Got that crit in there. Come on, NPC bot. Heal. Oh. Oh, no. Heal. Heal, Goose. Oh, that was a shitty heal. Oh, everybody's toast. We done lost. Heal? Oh, man. Why did it heal the bot? I think this is game over. I think it's game over, my friends. Right? Rigged. 100% rigged. Oh, Goose. With the crit on Goose. Oh, no. NPC bot, what are you gonna do? You're the last bot standing. Firebolt? Do it. Oh, you're so dead. You're so dead. Do we even care about the life of a bot? Ah, my friends. Wah, wah, wah. We have lost. I think perhaps we will have to gather our forces and return to fight another day. The arts department will prevail. We shall not perish. We have strength in numbers. We just have to make sure that everybody joins and battles together, fight as one against the dreaded Pumpkin King. Now, back to your regularly scheduled art. I hope that was fun. What's the Stream Raiders thing? I think I've seen this before, but I never got into it. Okay. The question is will I be able to draw and do it at the same time? Or is it the type of thing where we'd have to take a pause, do a little gameplay, and then go back to the drawing? Oh, okay. Cool. All right. Well, then I will look into it at the behest of two of my favoriteest people in the whole wide world right now. As of this second. You guys are great. You're fucking great. Oh, hey, Goose. I was gonna ask if you had the opportunity when you were going to pick up the print, see if the code in the subs section, subs discount section of the Discord works for you. I don't know if it works on prints or not. I mean, you can put it in and see if it applies. You don't have to check out or anything. But you don't have to buy anything. Don't buy anything. Just see if it actually works. If they give you an option to put in a code somewhere, you know. Because it's frustrating to go through the steps of putting together a code for subs and then it not work. It not work. Why no work? Why no tattoo? Slightly lighter here. Damn it. All right. I think Daniel's not around, so timeout, ban, bye-bye. Yeah, you know, not the smartest bots in the world, right? Okay, let's take this one and tilt him just a little bit. Stand him up. It's not completely random, or unnaturalistic rather. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I wanted to have another one here. Get in there and erase out what would be snow, right? Right? These four, yeah. What was that? Need to make that a command. Go away, stupid bot. Then it just bans anybody that doesn't respond. Well, Daniel, if you are here, I hope you're feeling better already, buddy. So, and here, what I'm going to do is create a layer, and I'm going to put it basically on the ground plane. To select a nice soft round, and I'm going to look for the color of these background trees, I think. Yeah, it might be a little dark, so I'm going to turn on the pressure sensitivity and just dust it in so that there's some atmosphere. No, that's not going to work. A lot of this stuff is experimentation, but I got an idea of how to make it work. And that is to hold down shift right here and have it kind of fade off. Into the color of those trees in the back, so that they kind of merge with it a little bit, right? And I'm gonna add some of those trees over to here. Nice jump. I'm going to merge all those together. But you know what? I'm not liking them, so I'm going to get rid of them. And we're gonna go with those middle ground trees as being the background trees. So I'm gonna make these a little bit lighter. That'll push them back in space a little bit, right? And we'll get it to kind of line up with that color. So they just kind of disappear into it. Oops, wrong layer. So I'm gonna put a little modulation in the snow down here, and then I can come back in and kind of pop out some elements where I think they like lighter elements where there's like chunky snow, right? Corpse, I just caught that. Yeah, right? Okay, let's knock in this rock here, for lack of a better term, on the closest layer. There we go. And just put this rock here on it too. So just using the lasso select tool to kind of bang out the shape. You guys have seen me do this before. Let's see. This is 1, 2. Say it one more time. So we'll put another rock in here. There's. What was that? There's a saying where, you know, once can be an accident, twice you never know, and 3 times you're definitely saying something. So here I'm saying rocks. So what you're saying is horror games then? You know what's interesting is played Phasmagoria, right? Yeah, Phasmagoria, whatever game, and found it a little spooky, but not that spooky. Like, I think it's more fun to watch people play and get freaked out for me. Phasmophobia, that's the one. Yeah, I wasn't super spooked out by that game. That's the line mark. So up here, get some hard brushes. This one? Yeah. And, oops, select. And we'll just start banging in some shapes to kind of, without pressure, so let's see what they turned on. Thank you very much. Drive home that just kind of falls off into the shadows back here. And I'll come back in and I'll adjust some of this stuff with lights later. So now we're starting to get more into like the paint aspects of this. You don't think you could play it, Goose? Not solo. Yeah. Yeah, I'd have to see what it's like solo, but because an Avio was there to protect me, I felt good. So. Let's do a little something like as if there was, what do you call it? Like kind of some ruins, right? Tombstones. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like as if they came out of the ground. Yeah. Yeah, I was like, oh wow, I'm here by myself. I'll go back in and try and find the, okay, I'm dead, bye. I honestly find the killer mode of Among Us more frightening. Maybe it's the mixture of the fear and the humor, because we're having such a good time when we're doing it and people are just like jump scaring all the time, that I think that might be like more scary to me. Corpse. You just like hearing me freak out. Your streaming avatar, mommy? I can't see it. I gotta open the app so I can actually see it. Yeah, that's dope. I like it. Perfect. Perfect. It's fucking great. So I'm just smashing in some values here and trying to make this feel, I don't want to put the darks in there in case I have to colorize it. Feel like snow. Hey man, get on my case about that stuff. Chat is in revolt. I refuse your reality and substitute it with my own. Take that. See? I wasn't that far off. Shh, get busted my nuts. Jesus. Hey, we all need a mammy sometimes. You ever say something and then realize that you just said it? All right. Does nobody clip that? I don't need that in my clips. Oh, there it goes. Somebody's gonna do it. I don't have that set up. Thank you. Because I knew people would take advantage of it if I did. And if you're gonna clip stuff I don't want you to clip, or stuff that's super embarrassing and stupid, I mean, really nothing's that embarrassing. I don't give a fuck. Then I figure I'm gonna make you guys work for it. Like, you have to go and do the clip and like edit it and all that shit. to get these spooky guys in there, and then I want to put some color over it, and then I want to really do some painting on it. So, spooky guys are beneath that layer, but similar to that layer. So, we're gonna put them below that on this layer. Do you like my naming conventions? Hee hee. Akatsuki from Naruto? Akatsuki? Never saw it. Let's go just a touch darker than this stuff. So I'm just gonna select that and then come over here and boop, tiny bit darker. And I'm just gonna work primarily in silhouette on these guys for now, because I still have the sketch and I can just drop it on top of it. But what I want to do is get the overall shape in place so that I can make them spooky, right? Like leave the eye sockets there, and I'll come back in and refine it as we move forward. Oh, that's cool. These guys are all dead though, so they're not elite anything. In fact, they probably sucked at life, so. Stream Elements is right. Hey, thank you all for being here tonight. I appreciate you all. For sure, for sure. And thanks for playing the streams with me too. I mean, not the streams, but the subs only games with me. That's a lot of fun. It really, like, it sets me up for coming into the week on Monday, like, feeling energized. So I appreciate the time with you guys very much. Shut up. But I want to study Spanish or Hawaiian. Go away. Baiting. Should I change my name to Winter? Mammy, you're not bad subs. You are wonderful people who happen to be tired and have a life, and there's no reason that you don't have. I mean, there's no expectation that you're going to be there. There's an expectation that when you are there, we're going to have a good time. So, you know, when you're there, you're there. When you're not, we fucking hate you. Kidding. When you're not, we're disappointed. But we get over it. We're all adults, and we know that you'll come back, and we'll play some games, and we'll murder one another in games that we can murder one another in. I tell you, Mammy, I saw you hop into Warframe earlier, and I was working on a sketch for work, and I was like, oh, what the heck? And it was then, like, the sketch ran late, and then I was like instantly trying to like prepare for the stream, and so yeah, I didn't get to go into Warframe. But I saw you go, and I was like, I could do that, but I couldn't. Yeah, disappointment. I'm disappointed. But then, because I had a little spare time, I hung out in Samurai Shaft's stream, and we chatted. And Samurai Shaft was playing a little Crusader Kings and got destroyed, pretty much. And then went and was playing some Slay the Spire. And it was nice to talk to him over there. Dr. Professor Lawyer, or as we now know him, Jeff Bezos. Oh, hey. Who that? Who there? Effortless _ Welcome to the Arts Department. Thanks for the follow. That's for you, my friend. If you have any interest, we do have a Discord for after hours non-stream shenanigans, where things sometimes go sideways, and where we meet up and play some subs-only games on the weekends. You know, just a little drawing and hanging out and chatting, talking shit about each other, apparently. Cool. We're glad you found us. Just doing some arts. All shit, no fun. Wait, what? I all fun, no shit, I think is what you mean, right? Oh man, you guys are great. Fucking great. You're always great. Like, try and have an Irish accent and not smile. Effortless. If you look over there is the Amazon blacksmith plugin, and you can see everything that I use here, and that does include the tablet that I'm currently using to draw on. And so if you're gonna get it, I recommend getting it through my stream, because hey, kickbacks are great. I'll get like $3. I will say that drawing on a Cintiq is light years better than drawing with a what do you call it, a pressure sensitive tablet, because you can actually see it one-to-one, and it's there, right there for you to work on. It's not, you're not drawing down here and looking up at the screen. So I highly recommend a Cintiq. I've had a Cintiq in one form or another since I think 2000 and I want to say 6 or 7. Like when they came out with the Cintiq the 12, it's like the little portable one that they had. Man, that thing was a pain in the ass, and the color was horrible. But everything got better and better over the years. So, and I've upgraded throughout the years as I've been able to like save money and then put it towards something, and save money and put it towards something. So, I've had almost every one of the versions of it. I had a 12, then I had a 13, then I had a 22 through my work, and then I had personally they did a portable one that was an Android tablet. Shoot me in the head, that thing was horrible. I gave that away, like literally gave it away. And then I had a 22 when I went freelance, because I realized that it was just a lot better because there was more screen real estate and everything. And then I got a 24 from the new ones, the Pro series, which is currently what I'm using. Woot! Rice Krispies X. Thank you for the 2 months in a row, my friend. Welcome back. I appreciate you. We all do. You are awesome. How about some hype and love for Rice Krispies with the 2 months? Which is just about as much as you can have right now. Woohoo! Nice to see you. Welcome back. You missed the horrendously sad boss battle that we all had earlier. So she's a nutty killer? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, and I mean they're on the pricey side, but honestly, like once you have one, you will get the mileage out of it for sure. I mean, the most of the ones that I've had for a solid 5 years at a time. The only reason that I would shift any earlier than 5 years was because they upgraded the technology and it was something I really wanted, which was this one that I'm currently working on. Oh, that's nice, Martez. Thank you. I haven't actually been paying attention to the people that are watching because I just want to hang out. It's me, Jay-Z. Word. So the only reason I upgraded to this one, otherwise I would have kept my old one, is that I wanted the tech because it's 4K, it's got more pressure sensitivity, and it's just it has less of a parallax, which is between the glass and the actual screen that you're drawing on. So where the stylus would hit it, and before there was an amount of depth there, and now it's like way less. So it's like 1-to-1 for actually what you're drawing is what you see. It's very responsive, and I love them, quite honestly. I've tried to go back to using a tablet, and it's like drawing with oven mitts on, right? Just big clunky oven mitts. Plus, I just don't, like, I can't, at this point, I can't even, I couldn't draw and look up at another screen and do it, right? I couldn't be like this. I have to actually look at what I'm drawing, which is, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it's a thing. Jay-Z, where'd you get your tacos from, buddy? Did you go to Paquito Mas? Because, oh, Paquito Mas. Hell yeah. But Paquito Mas is pretty good. If you get an opportunity, I would definitely go there since you live in town. Tasty tacos, man. I actually, I made pulled pork again. And so for lunch today, I had 12.5-hour pulled pork and brown rice. It was excellent. And of course, I haven't had dinner yet. Because what's more important than dinner? Streaming with friends. Battle Goose with the win on the jump. So some of these guys are on the rough side, but as I get them further, I'll clean them up more. Hell yes, effortless. Absolutely. I ran out of garlic, oddly. Like, I had gone to the store, got everything I needed except for garlic, and usually I like stuff the garlic into the meat, just stuff that garlic in there. And so I didn't have it, so I just did without. I did salt and a couple of different rubs and Worcestershire. Yeah, I knew I was gonna fail when I said that. Worcestershire sauce. Yeah, and let it go. It was like the fastest. Just threw it in the cook pot, dumped everything on top of it, closed it up, hit high, and walked away. That is lazy bachelor cooking at its finest. Chili. I don't think I've actually made chili from scratch, but it's not that hard if you do it like that, right? I mean, do you actually, you gotta brown the meat first, right? Yeah, last time I made something like with ground bison, I actually like cooked the shit out of it before I put it in there because I didn't know. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Oh, and I put a little cayenne on the rub too. I mean, it doesn't sound like rocket science, right? Or as Daniel calls it, rocket surgery. Let's do a little bit more work in the back here. I think I added this in. Yeah, that's what I thought. Added this in to do some cloud shapes, and I'm not sure if I want to do those. I think what I want to do is I want to grab like a big dusty brush and put in something that's lighter, like this kind of light, so that it blends with the background, but then erase out some of it. Erase out. We don't make the bodies, we erase the bodies. I bet you I couldn't eat any of that stuff because there was a ton of butter in it, right? I don't like that. So a lot of this stuff I have to go pretty slow on because it is like, it's the design of everything, right? And as you're going along, everything that you're doing has an effect on everything that's there, right? So if I shift the shape, I have to see if it fits with the rest of the shapes. If it doesn't fit, I have to decide if I'm going to delete that shape or if I'm going to alter the other shapes around it. So it's a little bit of back and forth, or a lot bit of back and forth, and just saying, nope, that doesn't work. Let's try it another way. And I'm tempted to bring out our old favorite, the calligraphy. This bad boy. Oh God, thank you. Thank you, Adobe, for the search function in the brushes. Man, that made my life 100 times better. Just that one little thing. Thank the gods. Yeah, Tiny Girlfriend is probably one of the best people I know. Tiny Girlfriend and Mooner's wife, Lady Harper. They both cater to my stomach, which is fucking amazing. They were like, oh, hey, I made you this thing. And I'm like, does it have that? Don't worry about it. Just eat it. I'm like, okay. And they're like, yeah, there's none of this. There's none of this. There's none of that. And I made it with this, this, and this. And I'm like, man, my closest friends, significant others know how to treat me well. I think the only person that's allowed to say that, JZ, is Baniel. But, point taken. I won't tell him you said that. Corpse? Not even gonna try and refute that, because I would be lying. Okay, so now I think I like that back there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch to my smudgy tool. I'm gonna smudge some of these edges so that it's more of kind of like a fog behind them, right? We get less of that like hard edge stuff going. And I'm just kind of running along the edge, but then also tapping down into it so that there's some kind of modulation to the stroke. And I could have left it. It was a perfectly viable design kind of idea to have those lines and modulations in there. But didn't want to, so didn't do it. This reminds me of going through the forest in Last of Us Part 2 with the crazy cultists in a game, and the way you wanted to so much. Didn't play it. But yeah, that's what I want in a video game. I want to come out depressed. I mean, I played the first one, and I gotta say, that opening scene, just talk about a punch in the chest, man. Yeah, no, I generally will, you know, if I'm planning something up and I know who's gonna be there, I'll definitely ask, like, hey, what do I need to watch out for? What don't I bring, right? On a side note, if oh, hey, I'll do this real quick and then we'll do something else. So, if there's anybody in chat that's new here, welcome to the arts department. My name's Autumn. This is my little corner of the internet. This is my amazing community. And if you like what you see and you like what you're reading and hearing, smash the follow button, hit the subscribe button if you're really into it, and join us. And you can find all of my links there. And you can follow me on the socials, as well as head over to the YouTubes and check out some videos there. We like to talk about art, but then we also like to talk about a lot of other stuff. So join the discussion or hang out and lurk. I'm game for that too. That being said, friends, once again, it is 9 p.m., which means it is time for yet another Battle Royale. It's a wonderful day for a Battle Royale. In drops me, right onto a star, Rick, Martest, it's me, Inalvwheel, Corpse Bothering, Angry Dog Mommy, Miss Von Drake, and Rice Krispies X. Go! Oh, it's two groups now. Oh, somebody's going down fast on this one, I guarantee it. And I'm guessing it's me, Jay-Z, will be the first to go. Oh, Angry Dog Mommy makes a break for it. And it's me, Jay-Z, followed by Angry Dog Mommy. Nope, followed by whoever that was. Angry Dog Mommy just taking him out with that face mask on. Rice Krispies X takes out Angry Dog Mommy. Martez takes out Rice Krispies X. Goes into the fray. There goes Miss Von Drake. Oh, there goes Martez. Miss Von Drake took him out. And it's Miss Von Drake against Art. She's lucky she picked up that Band-Aid or it would have been super rigged. And Miss Von Drake for the win. Congratulations, Miss Von Drake. Take your dance, take your bow, take your 200 gold, and blow people up. Thanks for playing, everybody. Yay, Miss Von Drake for the win. Don't worry, Goose, you'll win again, my friend. Just keep at it. I believe in you. Indeed. Indeed, indeed. Okay, so let's throw a gradient map over this and see what we can come up with. Oh, this is new. I haven't seen that before. Ooh. See what they got here. Maybe they got something we can start with. We're thinking blues. I don't want to go too drastic. Good lord. Oh god, make it stop. I think I'm gonna have to do this one myself. Yeah, those are all way too saturated or light. I want to go with something a little kind of spooky, right? Where everything kind of grays down. This is going to have to be lighter though. Keep going. Let's drag this down to the center. That'll bring everything back. And then this one's going to be very dark, but desaturated still. Actually, let's make another one in there and make one that's totally black. And then we can actually make some of this stuff much darker. There you go. Now we're getting somewhere. A little moody, right? Might have to desat. No. A bunny staring at the camera in the foreground. Man, it's a good thing this isn't your stream, Jay-Z. That's probably not going to happen. So I'm thinking something along those lines. No, Martest, you can't make me. Not doing it. It might be a little too light. Like there's no focal point here, like to really drive that home. So if I take that white out, that might make it a little easier to, a little more moody rather, right? So basically key it so that it's like in the darker end of the spectrum. I know it's a good idea, Martest. Still not doing it. There's actually a bunny in there already, but it's white, so can't see it. I mean, he's there. He's there. You can guess. Maybe at the end of it, you'll figure it out. Mr. Voodoo, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Welcome back to the Arts Department. Nice to see you again. I do want to see what happens if I change the hue a little bit. So I'm gonna shift it just a touch. See if maybe there's kind of more of a, because it feels really cool right now. But if I put it more towards like the green, as if it was like being lit magically, and there was this kind of like sickly green pallor over it. Pallor? I don't know how you say that, but yeah. I know how you read it. It's gonna make it very bright so that I can get it to the right hue. And then I'm gonna draw it down in saturation. And that's gonna help to kind of drive it home a little bit. Might actually make it darker. Yeah, I think it's good in that kind of greenish blue. I take that as a compliment. Always liked me some Samurai Jack. There was a period in school, after school even, where I was working to do primarily flats, but I was working in, you guys remember Flash, right? So I was working in Flash because it was what I was doing at Nickelodeon. And I was doing all these kind of flat designs, right? So you can see most of them, it's like, I was really looking at like the shape of everything. It was all just heavily shape designed. And then I would kind of cut in on some shadows and stuff with a little bit of gradient over each thing. So I really like kind of carving out silhouettes and making characters and things. Ruh-roh, showing things on stream. I probably shouldn't. Yeah. So does everybody like my roadkill squirrel, zombie squirrel? I had a T-shirt of that for a while. Man, that's old. That's like 2005, 2006. 2007. Yeah. He's one of my faves. Yeah, I might bring him back. Do him again. Because why not, right? So now that I've got kind of like the overall feel of it, what I want to do is turn down the fill a little bit. Nope, that's not going to work. Yeah, if I turn down the fill and then turn up the saturation again, then I should be able to get some colors below it that then read as kind of shifting color a little bit. So let's clear my search there. Let's get back to this stuff. And so now I can vary these colors up a little. so slightly. Alright, so now that green is under there, just barely shifting underneath all those blues that are laying over it. So what do you guys think? Should I bring back Roadkill Zombie Squirrel? Make some merch out of it. Throw them on a t-shirt again. That out. Should be on top of everything. Yeah. Whoa. Oh, I know why. Because this is a new version of Photoshop and it's not set to current layer and below. No adjustments. That's kind of the important part of that whole equation. Now, it will be closer to what I want. Put it below those two. So, what I'm thinking is there's like this mist kind of above the snow a little bit, and it's just kind of climbing up the trees, right? Even lighten it just a touch. To give a little bit more depth, let's switch up the color a little bit more towards the blue. Just a small shift, and have it kind of coming towards the viewer a little bit. And then on top of all of this, now we'll bust out the old calligraphy again, and we'll get that rotation going, and we'll do some painting. Let's detach that and get it out of the way for you guys. Yeah, it's about as good as it's gonna get. No? Oh, again, okay, so now back to the selection, all layers. Now it will select everything, including the alterations that I did. So now I can come in and do what amounts to painting, right? On top of everything, but still trying to keep it somewhat crisp so that it matches the rest of the current style. And you'll notice I'm not zooming in, and the reason I'm not zooming in is because I don't want to get in and do all these little tiny details that are just going to disappear. So the idea is to like only do what's necessary, right? I'm going to turn off pressure sensitivity and chisel out his shape a little bit more. What is the first rule of Fight Club? You need to have a skull. So because I'm painting completely opaque, it's like inking essentially, right? So I'm inking with whatever the local color and value is. So I can pretty much just select what I want and smash it in, right? Because it's all 100% opaque. What's that? I'm losing my goddamn mind. So this is why I love this calligraphy brush. It's so good for this sort of thing, where I'm like, oh, this guy needs like a banner or something, right? And I can just go and find a shape that I feel like is kind of cool, right? And then come back in with my eraser, and it has that kind of bannery vibe already. It's like instant banner. And pressure sensitivity off, and back to putting in all the spikes and spines and things that are making each one of these guys unique. Because as every good art director for video games will tell you, if you're designing something evil, there has to be more spikes. So because he's a focal point, I want to make sure that he has not necessarily more detail, but a little bit more thought put into his shape. Getting some kind of shifts in there. And now I will brighten up that blade a little bit with the pressure sensitivity on. As well as throw a few more details into his robe that were in that initial sketch, and I just kind of let them go. Maybe this guy's an undead mage. And this guy's got a low hood. And maybe he's even missing the bottom of his jaw. So, yeah, I think that works. Oh, hey. Thanks for the save now, Mr. Voodoo. I appreciate that. Here. Much appreciated. I always forget. Aw, Corpse. Thanks for hanging out so late. Appreciate it. We will see you back here soon, hopefully. And if not, we'll see you on the Discord. And let me know how that print turned out. I want to hear how it panned out, if it was successful. Have a wonderful evening. So now it's really just a matter of coming in and shifting these things, little shapes here and there to kind of give it a little bit more movement, dynamics, and design. Right? It's the little stuff. And I think I can have this done by 10. Get some maybe a little bit of snow on top of these things. Not so much. There we go. Let's go with that. Yeah. Maybe some additional, like, skinnier branches kind of poking out. Oh, tangent. Did you see that? Went right to that. That was a bad move. Poorly thought out. It's because I wasn't thinking. Let's get some snow coming up on this tree over here. A little bit. Just a touch of it. Just trying on some shape dynamics maybe, and that will pen pressure with a minimum diameter, and that will give us some variance in it. See, at one point, and I think I had mentioned this, I went through and I forced myself to only use new brushes. Meaning every time I would open the brush palette, I would do a new brush. And I would make it myself. And it got me very familiar with the brush controls, so that I knew exactly what everything did. And how to quickly like lock into, oh, I need to get to this thing and it needs to do this fast. So I'm not constantly, you know, looking for, oh, what's the thing that does the stuff that I'm trying to do, you know? And I think I did that for like a month or so. It wasn't on the work, it was on like the personal work. So with the work, the day job stuff, I always had like brushes that I would go to get the job done that I knew would work for the techniques that I wanted to do. But then to really learn my way around the brush palette, I forced myself to do that. And I think it was beneficial overall. So now I'm pretty much working over everything, even the gradient stuff that I did before. And that's just so that there's not just soft edges, but there's some hard edges directly on top of all of those soft edges that I already painted, right? Again, variance. So with this kind of work, I really look at it like design challenges, right? Mr. Voodoo, thank you. You're on the redemptions tonight, man. Appreciate that very much. Hydrate, my friends. And while I encourage redemptions, I encourage everybody to look at the exposure points and what you can get with them, because at a certain point you actually get a drawing if you watch enough and save enough. Jay-Z, I can't wait to see a Jimmy Buffett brush, dude. I mean, honestly, the going back to the redemptions thing, the drawing it's a pretty high number for the redemption, but you know, we're gonna be here for a while, so you know, I'm pretty sure some of you are gonna get some free paintings and stuff out of it. Drawings, not paintings. I don't know what kind of crazy person gives away paintings. My kind of crazy, apparently, right, Jay-Z? Rick, free drawings of the stream variety. Basically, if you save up 60K, you can commission a free thing from me. $60K exposure, that's all it takes. And that is going to probably be the first and last time that you will actually ever get something for exposure. So since there's all this snow, there's definitely going to be a bounce light. So what I'm going to do is take the ambient light that's hitting the top there, and I'm going to make it just a touch darker. Maybe I'll start with the dark and go just a touch lighter. There you go. And I don't even know if you can see that on stream, but it is lighter, and it's hitting the bottom planes of that rock segment. Oh, there's a touch there. So, since I have that, everything's where it should be. Now I can kind of refine some of these shapes in the back, right? So now I want to take that color there. Oh, no. Current layer and below, no adjustments, thank you. So we're going to select that layer. You know what? I'm just going to mask it out. Just mask it out. When in doubt, mask it out. That's what I always say. Not really, but I always say that right now. Right now, I always say that. It'll all be back, my friend. And you will get to do workshops with Sean and many other wonderful things. And we will all appreciate the time that we will be able to spend with one another so much more after all of this. Right? Be like, oh, you want to hang out? Hell yeah. You want me to drive 45 minutes across town? Hell yeah, I'll do that. Sensitivity on and get some of these little tiny wispy branches that are all broken off. Oh, fuck knuckles. See, this is why you do masks, because you have to go and repair something that's kind of brushed in and kind of painterly. Well, I mean, I'm not crazy. I'm not going to be driving down to Santa Monica to hang out with people. Are you kidding me? I joke. I know people on that side of town that I would definitely drive across town for. Hey, Mr. Voodoo, thanks for being here. Appreciate it, man. Very much. Very much. What are you talking about, Jay-Z? Trying to continue the shape language of these things up here, these little grave markers, right? Tiny bit brighter. Maybe a touch more. And then put a few, like fallen trees in there. That'll kind of drive it home into the center, right? So I have these things kind of coming down here and coming down here, and that pushes everybody towards the focal point, which is the army of the dead. So I want to zoom in a little bit and do a little refining on some of these. Well, I gotta be honest with you, Jay-Z. Hollywood's a little sketch, especially right now. Hasn't always been that way, but a little sketch. Oops. Indeed. So now clear out that search again. We're gonna go and we're gonna do the old Daniel thing where we put a layer on top, paste in some black, set it to color dodge, take another layer and link that to it. Then on this layer, turn on the pressure sensitivity for what the color that we're working in. And I'm gonna go like bright green just for a test. Just to see what it does. Gotta be careful with color dodge. It gets really out of hand, but it's really good for creating light sources. Because it basically just blows out whatever's there with a couple of kind of taps. So just as another test, I'm gonna drop another layer on top of it. Mask this out a little bit. Make it more subtle, right? So it's there, but it's just like you're gonna have to search for it in and amongst all this stuff. Back again to this thing, the calligraphy brush. We're going to select this. Oh, no, got to go back again to all layers, current layers, all layers, no adjustments, all layers and adjustments. Okay, selecting it. So now that I'm in that hue, I'm going to shift it to red. Straight across. It's a little overwhelming. So I'm going to put it on another layer. hold on a second. Let's adjust the hue on that. So as a whole, look at it as a whole and see if it's overwhelming. And if it's overwhelming, find a way to make it less overwhelming. In this case, it's integrating it more by desaturating it quite a bit. Thank you, Sarah. The things I do for my crazy ass chat. No, that is not what I want. I don't want a pose. Go to the normal thing. Put the thing. Ah. This would be more red. And huge pointy teeth. Yes, Jay-Z, that is exactly what I was thinking. So, another interesting thing that I can do here is I can put a black layer over it, and then go filter, noise, add noise, and can't really see it very well, but it's there. We're going to go with uniform and monochromatic, and then we're going to set it to screen. And now that just kind of is overwhelming right now, but we'll bring it down a little bit. So you can see now there's a noise pattern over everything. And that's funny because that totally bothers me right now. Break that up a little bit. There we go. Don't like that straight line was bothering me. One single little straight line. Okay. So that's the noise layer. So just below that noise layer, we're gonna do an overlay layer. And with that overlay layer, we're gonna come in and we're gonna kind of dust back. I'm gonna set in some values. And that's gonna help to kind of push some things and pull some things. And then we're pretty much gonna be done. So I can do this with hue also. So I can push back in this area a little bit, and back over here a little bit. Obviously, I want to turn that down a little bit so that it's not quite so overwhelming. And put a little down in here. Basically bracketing the image, right? So taking anything light, making it a little bit darker so that it kind of pushes us towards the center of the image. But then do another overlay layer. And then this one we're gonna go with some lights. And that's gonna kind of drive home this stuff in the center. Gotta turn that down a little bit because it's conflicting with the shapes that I put together down here. Right? Where'd those go? This layer. So let's clean that up a little bit. Bring that back some more too. Might have to adjust the hue on it. Again, towards the green, I think. Just colorize it, make it easy. There you go. I can turn it down so it's not so overwhelming. And did notice that I forgot to give a little sheen to his blade there. So just have that pop a little bit as if it's glowing. And then another thing that I wanted to do was come into these trees and make another layer, Alt or Option, click them, and darken them down a little bit against that sky. As well as bring a little bit of color into them, a little bit of random color. Might have to even go darker, so I'll do another layer on top of that. And that drives it home a little bit more. Thank you for the recommendation, John. I appreciate it, buddy. Always like feedback from you, friends. Okay, so the question is what layer is those trees on? It's not those trees. Not those trees. Not these trees. There you go. It's that layer. So again, just kind of dust in a little bit more dark so that it feels like an actual tree there. And come back up and fix this up a little bit. I feel like the bunny needs a fix on that silhouette. Needs to feel a little more aggressive in the ears, maybe. Right? While I am doing that, I can look at that shape behind him and adjust it. Right? I think, if I can find it. That's a problem with trying to use Control to click things after you have layers that are covering everything, like the noise layer and the effects layer and stuff, is that... Sarah. Really? Do you think so? Red eyes? I mean green eyes, not red eyes? Like he's controlling the dead? Is that what you're getting at, Sarah? Easy enough to change. Oh god, this brush is huge. There we go. Is that better? I mean, I was going for that split complement palette, right? So the green and the blue right next to each other on the palette, and then the red on the opposite end of the spectrum. So, I mean, the blood is fine. It still makes him kind of scary with the blood dripping there, and that's red, so that'll help. So, yeah, thank you for the feedback, Sarah. So this guy, oh, where is he? Where is he? Now I gotta find where I painted over that tree because it's overlapping the tree and it looks bad. So one way to do that is to lock out any layers that are full screen. There you go. And now he's behind the tree. In fact, let's give him a clean silhouette. Anybody else you want to do here? Maybe a couple of holes in this guy's cloak. And this guy's too. Make him a little ragged. Just this is the last 10% when we're finishing up. Making it all kind of work together, right? Making sure certain things don't squish. Something here with the smudge brush. Get some of this stuff smudged a little bit. Kind of drive home that it's snow, right? So let's test something real quick before I call this done. Let's do a curves layer and brighten that, but then drag it down. And I feel like that is good for the contrast of it. Right? But changes the vibe a little bit. I don't mind it. I mean, I don't hate it, right? Yeah, I can go with it. So I'm gonna go select all, copy, paste, and we're gonna do a filter lens correction, and we're gonna blow it way out on either side of the blue and the red. We're gonna say okay, and that's gonna give us that chromatic fringing. We're gonna make another layer. And set it to red, because why not? We're gonna sign it. Then I'm gonna transform that signature way down, because it's not that important. Actually, let's adjust it. Change that hue. Hello. There you go. And done. Oh gosh, what happened there? Why for? Huh. I guess I can't go full screen in Photoshop right now. There we go. There you are, folks. Yeah, Jay-Z. Well, you'll learn something new every day, my friend. Curves are your friend. They definitely help in the whole process of adjusting. So, yay. Skulls. Did skulls for the evening. And, yeah. Might do a couple of little things here and there before I post it up. But I'm going to call this one successful and finished. Thank you all for hanging out with me this evening. Much appreciate you spending the evening with me and making some art, having some conversation, being silly. I will be back Wednesday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for more of the same. You can find all of what just happened there. That was a double. You can find all of my socials at the links. If you get a chance, head over to the YouTubes and give it a subscription and watch some videos and help the channel grow. Appreciate you all very much. You're all awesome. I will see you on the Discord. Remember, love one another. I love you very much. Be kind to one another. Keep drawing, and we'll see you next time in the arts department. Thanks for muscling through it, Martez. Have a good night, everyone.